What's going on, guys? Welcome to Time Dropper 2021. What am I even saying? We won the damn Super Bowl, baby. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe at YouTube at Time Dropper Podcast, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review if you would like. Follow us on Spotify, and of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Time Dropper Pod. I can't believe it, guys, but I can because we had to do it. The Rams, my Rams, the LA Rams are Super Bowl champions, Super Bowl 56 champions on home turf. It's I can't even put it into words, but I'm going to have to for this podcast. I've had a day to digest. It still doesn't really feel real. The parade's on Wednesday. It's a Monday right now when I'm filming this, but the parade's on Wednesday. And I actually have never been to a parade, believe it or not. I was offered by my mom to go to the '09 Lakers parade, but I was like, I'm not a Laker fan, so I'm just going to kick it at school. I'm an idiot for not going to the Kings parade in 2012 or 14. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I watched the games, like, I'm a Kings fan, but we ain't missing out on any LA parades for the rest of our lives, unless for the Lakers, of course, or the If the Chargers, let's not even talk about hypotheticals. The Rams are Super Bowl champions. Where do I start, guys? It was an amazing. I thought it was a pretty fun game, but I was nervous for the majority of it, all of it, honestly. But we again got off to a solid start, and in every playoff game that we had this playoff run, the Super Bowl run, we got off to a good start. We smacked the Cardinals. Vlog. So check that vlog out. Over 1,000 views. So shout out to everybody that watched that. Shout out to the Dime Jumper fan that left comments as well. But we also came out and smacked Tampa Bay in the face. And then we didn't necessarily do the same with San Francisco. We just took, I think we scored first, if I remember correctly. But we've gone off to solid starts. And it was no different in the Super Bowl with Odell Beckham Jr. just making plays. And he had our first touchdown in the Arizona game. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he didn't have the first touchdown. I don't think he had a touchdown in the Niners game, but I could be wrong. It's all foggy to me now. It's been a crazy 24 hours, guys. And Odell Beckham Jr., though, point blank period. You have his touchdown on my video. He just made plays all playoffs long. And it was just, we went from a couple years ago having people say we really didn't have an elite receiver. Our best one was either Robert Woods, a younger Cooper Kupp, and Brandon Cooks. Neither of them were Pro Bowlers. I think Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks made the top 100 team a couple years, but they weren't Pro Bowlers or any all pros or anything. And now we have two guys this season. And again, shout out to Les Snead and the management. They went for it with so many moves throughout these years, starting with Goff being traded for all those picks, and then Ramsey, and then again, Von Miller. There's been a lot of criticism for Les Snead, but those are the ones that I named with certainty. Also paying Todd Gurley. So it's been up and down for Les Snead in terms of what people have said about him. But at the end of the day, he's a champion, and he built a Super Bowl winning team with a lot of stars. And honestly, when I saw that we got Odell Beckham Jr. and Von Miller, I was like, we have to win this thing, especially with it being at home. We had to win it. And I started to have some doubts. I was like, it's still football, It's not like basketball where you can get 2 stars and then it just drastically changes your chances. Von Miller and Odell definitely helped our chances, but there's just so many components that make a great football team. And that's one thing I've realized in my short 6 years as a football fan. That's another thing too, guys. I've only been a football fan for 6 years. I know, one of my friends is a Vikings fan, texted me. Another one's a DC fan, texted me, congratulations. And I'm like, man, you guys have watched your team and been more into your team than I have, way more, but maybe almost 10 years more. And you haven't experienced that. Sometimes it feels a little spoiled, but at the same time, again, I got to remind myself I'm a Clipper fan too. So I don't feel sympathy for anybody. And I didn't even have a team. We're going to talk about that later, but solid start for us. I think, though, when it all started, and by the way, Jamar Chase, that guy is nice, man. He made some amazing plays. He burned Ramsey on that. That was the first big play that the Bengals had. Great throw by Joe Burrow. and an amazing catch by Jamar Chase. And he burned Ramsey, who's had a great season, by the way. He didn't have a great game, but Jalen Ramsey is a champion now, and he's one of the best corners in the league. And I know people have argued throughout the season if he's the best. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't watch other teams enough to know, but Jalen Ramsey's pretty damn nice, and he had a great season, and he's a freaking champion. And I remember that people when we got him, we were like, what are you doing? Like, you guys aren't that good right now. That was a season that we didn't even make the playoffs when we got him. So we were like, you're just going to try to go win now. It just didn't. People were criticizing him, but he came back last season, was fantastic, and this season again, great. But shout out to Jalen Ramsey. Anyways, the Bengals, they proved to hang in there. But a lot of people were saying that we could kill them, especially if we got off to a good start. And we were up 14-3. Cooper Kupp with a touchdown. I mean, I can't even get into it. I can't say enough great words about Cooper Kupp, but I'm going to find a way to do it throughout this podcast. Overall, guys, the Bengals came back at us to end the second half, and to end the second quarter, and that's when I started getting a little nervous. I think the game really turned when Odell. By the way, that was a shout out. That was a nice little play with Joe Mixon throwing the ball for the touchdown for the Bengals, their first touchdown, to make it, I believe, 14-10 or 13-10. Oh man, that's another thing. Johnny Hecker, who never makes mistakes. That was weird on the extra point. And I thought that was going to come back to bite us, man. I really thought it was going to come back to bite us because that's the type of shit where in football, small margins in a playoff game. Oh man, those are the type of things that. And for a second, it was. I mean, it was 20-16. If it was 20-17, we probably could have taken a field goal on some of those plays. But I'd have to look back again if we had the field position to do so. But we had to go. No, I don't think we did, honestly. But I'd have to look back at the tape. That being said, when Odell Beckham, which it looks like a torn ACL, that's what they're saying. I'm not going to I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But that's what it was reported today, that it could be a torn ACL. And obviously that's a total bummer. You hate to see it. And the game flipped, as I said, when that happened, but he's a champion as well. And you saw how emotional he was about it. Like, got to feel great for the guy. He absolutely killed it, as I said. But the second half, and by the way, huge stop by us to end the second quarter. That was when it got dangerous. But to start the second half, because I knew they were receiving, everybody knew they were receiving to start the second half. And when they did, we totally were playing with fire. For one, they came out and scored a touchdown immediately within like 15 seconds. That was the face mask controversial thing. And it looked like a clear face mask to me. And they got a touchdown off it. And then the ball that went through Skowronek's hands that they got an interception on and ended up scoring a field goal. So when that happened, the momentum totally shifted, and I was really starting to get nervous. But that being said, I had the faith in our guys. I had the faith in my guys, man. And we are not the Clippers. We are the Rams. And there's no bad juju over here with this organization. We are champions. We're resilient, as Coach Sean McVay always says, and we were resilient in that second half. That was a big field goal though midway through the third quarter to close the gap, but we just didn't have as many options without Odell. Remember, we already missing Robert Woods. We don't have Tyler Higbee. It was like Skowronek, and then Cooper Kupp trying to carry the team. And we had no success with the run game all night long. At one point, I was like, man, should we just abandon the run game entirely? Like, it was bad. And Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson played for the first time, I believe, all season. I know, obviously, all postseason because Henderson's been out. And that's been amazing. That was amazing luck. You need a lot of luck to win the postseason. Despite the fact that we didn't have Tyler Higbee, we had a lot of luck. The Niners beat the Packers, so we didn't have to go to Lambeau. We also had I will say, though, we still had injuries, though. Tyler Higbee, Taylor Rapp, who we were happy to get back for the Super Bowl. And shout out to Taylor Rapp proposing. I saw that clip was, all over my social media, him proposing to his fiancée. But overall, we locked in, period. And towards the end of the game, it was all Cooper Kupp. They gave us many chances. We got a lot of stops. Von Miller had a sack like almost by the end zone, damn near, I believe in the fourth quarter. And we had a lot of chances. We didn't seem to materialize. Not much seemed to materialize. But then Cooper Kupp, King Koopa, put it on him and staff. Like they've just been one of the best connections of any team all season. I can say that without even watching other teams like that because they've been incredible and they're champions for a reason. They were unbelievable from day one, and they seem like they have a great relationship with one another. And Matt Stafford having the weapons that I know he had Megatron, but I don't know if he had these kind of weapons all over with this kind of coaching staff. And look what he produced in year one. I obviously had my doubts just because he's never won before. He hasn't had much. I don't think he didn't win a postseason game with the Lions. So coming over here, winning the Super Bowl is huge. Like it's the difference between going to the Super Bowl and actually winning it. And Matt Stafford was just unbelievable all season. He had his moments, the Tennessee game, I think the first game against Arizona. But there was a stretch where I was like, man, he's going to turn the ball over in the playoffs. And that's one thing he did such a good job of. I know he had that turnover in the end zone yesterday, but overall, he was just – and then obviously the turnover that went off Skoronek's hands. But he was awesome in the playoffs, man. He took care of the ball for the most part, and he just made huge plays. That last, drive with him and Cooper Kupp and the no-look pass that's been trending all day today, unbelievable, man. Cooper Kupp, like just the way he ascended, it's almost Kawhi Leonard-like, where I thought he was going to be good. I thought he could be a Pro Bowl type of player, but to be like this, like one of the best players in the NFL, like Kawhi became one of the best players in the league. I see Cooper Kupp statistics, like a graphic showing him next to Jerry Rice. Kawhi, he was getting shown next to Kobe, Jordan. Like it reminds me of that I just didn't know Cooper Kupp, man. He was the guy that ended up being the superstar offensive player of the Rams. It's just unbelievable, man. He's been with us since day one. And then, so obviously an amazing final touchdown, but how incredible was Aaron Donald, man. To end it on that note, just like he did against the Niners, it's so fitting, man. That's my favorite football player of all time now. He's incredible. And the best defensive player I've ever seen, the best defensive player in the NFL, the best player in the NFL for me. It's just harder to, sometimes impact a game as a D tackle. They put 2-3 guys on him. But as he said after the game, staying resilient, man. Staying resilient. He's been seeing that coverage, those type of coverages for years, seeing multiple bodies on him for years, and just persisting because there could be an opening. There will be an opening. And Aaron Donald with the play that sealed the championship for my Rams at our home stadium. You just could not script it, man. You could not have scripted it better than this. To win at home. And like for me, guys, I haven't seen many local championships. The Dodgers won, but it was COVID season. We didn't even have a parade. And don't please, when we get to the live subscribers, don't even get me started on LeBron's tweet about a joint parade. No. Look, man, I'm a Dodger fan, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It was a COVID season. It was a asterisk title, despite the fact that it's a title, both of them. And it is what it is. There's new champions in sports, and it's time for those champions to celebrate. And one of those champions are the Los Angeles freaking Rams, man. We are the Super Bowl, NFL Super Bowl champions. And Matt Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, you can go down the line. The O-line, Andrew Whitworth, Rob Havenstein. Oh, man. It's been congratulations to them all. Van Jefferson, everybody. Even Tyler Higbee, who did not play. Ashawn Robinson. Come on, man. These guys were just unbelievable. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them for bringing the title back. So by the way, I know you guys are wondering, why did we not get any coverage of right after the Super Bowl? And I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer here, but I need to say something. Last night, despite the fact that this was all great, I watched the game at a bar. It wasn't that crazy. I was with my uncle, though, which was awesome. I still had the faith. I was very nervous, but guys, I'm losing my nerves for sports. I don't know if it's because I've been heartbroken so many times, or if it's because I'm starting to I was pretty nervous, not gonna lie. That was definitely the most nervous football game I've experienced. The Pats one was up there too, though, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I'm almost there, guys. We've almost seen each one of my teams win a championship in my lifetime. Rams, Dodgers. I still need another Dodgers one, though, man. That's not going to cut it for me. But Rams now have done it. Obviously, I'm not a Laker fan, but I've seen them do it. Chelsea have won everything, and I've seen them win everything. And then the Kings have won. I would like to see another Kings title, but hey, man, if they don't win before if I die and they don't win another title, it is what it is, man. I saw 2 and I don't forget. I don't forget where I was when I heard. The 2012, I was doing some school BS. I didn't get to watch game 6, but 2014, I mean, I remember what I was eating that night when Alec Martinez scored that goal in game 5 against the Rangers. Uh, I need another one of those Kings titles. But guys, 3 titles in 2 years in 3 different sports, man, or 3 years. 2 sports seasons though. Like, come on. Boston, you had your run. You had your run, Massachusetts, with your 20-year run of like titles all the time. But it's time for Los Angeles. Los Angeles, how many, like, if we look to 2000, we have 5 for the Lakers, 2 for the Kings, which makes 7, and then another one for the Lakers, bubble, 6, Dodgers, 7, and then the Rams, 8. So, hey, not bad. The Pats had the 6 with the Pats. Yeah, 6 Pats. Red Sox, it was 04, 07, 13, 19, so 4. That's 10. All right, that's already more than us with just those 2. Then the Celtics have 1, and then the Bruins have 1. So 12. We'll catch up very soon, though. That's 12-8 right there in this new millennium. We'll catch up. When the Clippers win next year in 2023. That's the next one, guys. Watch out. Call it. I'm calling it right now. We're the next. We're next up. But anyway, let's not talk about the Clippers. We're talking about the Rams tonight. The Rams are the champs. Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford. Stafford just answered all the critics, man. Including, like, I criticized him. You can go back to my lives. I said I was nervous about him with his turnovers, but he answered every critic in his first season with such a functional team around him, such a talented team around him. He got the job done, man. He got the job done. And Aaron Donald, Monday Night Football, and Aaron Donald threw his helmet at the ground. I did not know much about Aaron Donald before he was on the Rams. I know he was good, but I didn't watch the St. Louis Rams. And he became my favorite player ever. Because Todd Gurley was my favorite player. Because I like running. I'm wearing his jersey right now. Todd Gurley was my favorite player because I like running backs. Because Reggie Bush was like my favorite football player when I was a kid because my dad was at USC at that time. But Aaron Donald was there. He's been with us since the second they moved. He's been with us since they drafted him. And since we drafted him, he's incredible, man. He's absolutely incredible. He deserves this so much. Like, it's just a dream come true. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like I'm sorry if this podcast has not been as coherent as normal. And like, I've definitely said some shit because obviously I'm not used to talking about football like that, but I am a Rams fan, man. I watch every game. I didn't play football, so I don't have that X's and O's knowledge. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. It's not like basketball for me, but I'm just so like ecstatic. Like, I just can't believe we won. Like, I do watch every game. And I've been literally a fan since the first day they moved, January 12th, 2016. I do not forget it. Like, I dreamt of this, man. I just feel so soon because in my vision, like, you imagine things as a sports fan. And when I envisioned the Rams winning or my football team, whoever that was going to be winning a championship, I figured I'd be like, have a wife and kids. Like, I seriously thought, like, I didn't know when it was going to happen. At one point I was like, man, this shit's not going to happen, bro. I'm going to be like 50 or 40 years old when it happens. And to get it when I graduate, right when I was about to graduate high school, I mean, it's a dream come true. But this is what I wanted to say. And I remember my dumbass got so sidetracked. But I was going to talk about what I did after we won. So this is when I said we have a lot of work to do. So basically, guys, we won the Super Bowl, right? I was in Culver City. If you're familiar with Los Angeles, which a lot of my crowd is Los Angeles people. So you know where that is. Around mid-city, kind of towards the west. But not too far from Inglewood. And you couldn't tell that we won the Super Bowl at all. I was like, you know what? I'm going to Inglewood. Let's go see this. I didn't know if downtown was the play or Inglewood was the play. Downtown was the play. But I didn't know. People were telling me Inglewood was loud. I mean, no shit, it was loud. That's where it happened. But I went over there. I was walking by myself on the streets of Inglewood, the city of champions, who are champions once again for the first time since 1988 when Big Game James Worthy had a triple-double in Game 7 against the Bad Boys. But we are champions once more. But I started running down the street, and I'm not going to lie. I saw Bengals fans looking real sad. I saw Rams fans with a smile. A smile. As if it was a regular season game. I had to pump them up. I wasn't even at the game. Oh, yeah, we the champs, baby. Where the champs at? Yelling down the street to get people to get a rise out of people, which they were. But like, I'm walking down. Now I'm crossing the street on Prairie, and I can see the Forum, which, by the way, I didn't really like grow up like I didn't have friends that lived in Inglewood. Like, I went to I know we've driven around Inglewood and I've done things there once or twice as a kid, but I'd only driven by it and driven through it. But not that much. Only when you go to the airport, those type of areas. Because I didn't have any friends that lived in Inglewood till I was in high school. So when I, my friends started going, when I started going to my friend's house when he lived in the area, my friend that lived in the area's house, I started to see the Forum, more with my own eyes, and I hadn't really seen it for so many years of living in Los Angeles, which is embarrassing, I know, extremely embarrassing, but eventually, I'm just like, I love that building. It's just so unique looking, and it's just so historic. It breeds greatness. I can feel it. I mean, that's where Magic ran Showtime. That's where Jerry West and Wilt played together. That's where Wayne Gretzky played hockey in Los Angeles. Like, it's a building that breathes greatness. It oozes greatness. I just haven't even been for anything. Like, it's just embarrassing. I need to go to the next concert of any artist that I fuck with. Like, man, it's special. And then to see the SoFi right next to it is just incredible. It's a sight. I wonder when the Intuit Dome's gonna be, man. Inglewood's getting gentrified like crazy. Like, shit. It's going to be nuts. But the reason why I brought it up was on the corner of Prairie, and I was looking at the Forum, and the only thing that was somewhat lit were the street corners. Because one, people are waiting across the fucking street, and two, because people are selling hot dogs, fruit, clothes. A guy was selling me a championship shirt before we like right then and there, like 20 minutes after we had won, he had them ready. He probably had the Bengals like shirts ready too. Like these guys outside the games, man, they're on their grind. So shout out to those guys outside the game, man. I loved it. Some lady was selling gumbo. Like that shit was, oh man, that was special. Just to see that environment with everybody trying to make a dollar. I don't know, man. I love the hustle, the grind. But anyway, it's just I was walking down the street and there was not one centralized location where people were going nuts. And it's honestly felt when the latest place on the block is in Inglewood is 7-Eleven, where motherfuckers are coming on their motorcycles going, "Rah, rah," revving up them shits. People buying chips, people buying drinks. There's a food truck. I saw Clipper Soul there. If you're familiar with my vlogs, it's the fool that always wears the wig. But guys, there was not one centralized location. It just felt like a lot of people weren't Rams fans. And that's why I said we got a lot of work to do. Guys, I drove around Santa Monica today. There's a lot of people, like, not a lot of people in the streets, but you see people in the streets. I saw one Rams jersey around town. Guys, when the Clippers are like winning in the playoffs, I see more shirts around town. I see more shirts in neighborhoods, just neighborhoods alone, than I saw today. We got a lot of work to do, guys. And I think there's nothing better than winning, though. This is going to help. I mean, so many kids right now that are growing up in Los Angeles are going to be Rams fans because they're growing up with a team. They're growing up with a Super Bowl. If you don't, and by the way, I'm extending the invitation to all you Angelinos because I had to call my friend and figure out who's coming to the parade because not everybody's just trying to go because not everybody's Rams fans. So you know what? I forget his name, somebody that works for the Rams. And he was saying that, the plan is to win the Super Bowl here at home. It was in our plans. And that to make sure that those go to schools and make sure that these kids that are 9, 10, 11, 12, they're Rams fans, and that sets the generation up for the future. And we, are starting to do that because it's nothing better than winning 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. Like, come on now. And we got it done. I just really don't even know what else to say. The video of the parade is coming soon. I'm so thankful for this team. I'm just so thankful to be a part of the NFL fan base and community. And to win a Super Bowl in 6 years is just a dream come true. I wish it was more lit, but we got a lot of work to do. I know this won't be the last title that we win, but it is amazing to win that first title. I didn't have to wait too long for it, but I did experience heartbreak. Like, I can't tell you how painful losing to the Pats was being in that New England. It really wouldn't have been that bad if we had lost if I was here, but being in New England, and that's also a thing. Like, it's destiny, man. I didn't want to, if we had won and I was in New England, what would have happened in New England? Nothing. I would have been able to shit talk my friends. Cool. I'd much rather be here with the people. Even though that shit wasn't that lit last night, there's a parade on Wednesday at the Coliseum where it all began, where I went to the first game that the Rams played here back in Los Angeles against the Seahawks. 9-3, all field goals. I may post that. Honestly, I may post that like the videos I have of that game. If I have these, I should do that sometimes. Just like post games throughout. Like in the summer, I should do that. Post games from other years before I had Dime Dropper. Like, cause I used to take videos at the games from my own memory, but I can't say much else, guys. I'm probably not going to go to 30 minutes because I just really don't know what else to say. I feel like I've been rambling this whole time, but you guys can probably just tell. I can't believe it, man. And we're going to get so lit and ignorant on that parade video, man. Oh my God. It's just, we're champs, man. And well, it was so worth the wait, man. I was approached by so many different sets of fan bases. I see all these people supporting different teams. I'm loyal to the fucking soil, man. Shout out to Cousin Showtime in my family from the episode of Die Hard Laker Fan and Clipper Fan Talk. You guys check that out. It has a couple thousand views, but he always pinned it in my brain. Support your local teams. And in Massachusetts, that's what they're on. They support their local teams because they represent you. It doesn't say LA on my jersey because this was the St. Louis jersey and they just didn't change it immediately. By the way, I don't like our new uniforms. It looks like the Chargers, but they represent us, man. Last night, like watching the Super Bowl and LA is there after so many years of us not even being in the league, 21 years. Kiss my ass, NFL. It's just surreal. It's surreal. I just love it. I just love it. I love when LA is on top because we are the greatest damn city in America with the most beautiful women in America, albeit. Ugh, don't even get me started on the women in America. Shout out to you, amazing Los Angeles ladies, though. The good ones out there. Don't know what percentage that is, though. Anyways, and the amazing weather and the amazing culture. My Latino community, my Iranian community, European community, every fucking community under the sun, Asian community, every community, Indian. We got cultural diversity, and we also have diversity in fucking championships. Dodgers, Lakers, and Rams now. And now the Clippers are coming next. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Leave a comment, please, for the algorithms. Leave a review if you'd like. We are the champions, my friend. Every single damn song, like the next episode or California Love or the Can't Stop Red Hot Chili Peppers that they play at these Rams games, or champions. We are the champions. We're on our test champions. Kanye West champion. Every single shit is getting spammed. Pac songs this week because we are the champions. Los Angeles is back on top of the football world. Goodell, you shouldn't have let Moneybag Stan move to LA. Shout out to Moneybag Stan, by the way. He's not good for Arsenal, but he got the job done for the Rams. But you should not have let us move back because now everybody wants to come here and play football here. You just gave us another sport where we can win championships. So everybody else, take a look at the greatest city in America with the greatest football team in America. Good night, America. Good night, Los Angeles, because we're the fucking champions. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see those comments, because we're the champions, the greatest team in all the land. Shout out to Moneybag Stan. Showtime Nick, the Giants fan, is saying OBJ is a champ. Sad he tore his ACL, but so happy he's a champion. It's very rare for us Giants fans to feel joy these days, but OBJ a champ and Eli Apple getting burned in the end zone and giving up the game-winning touchdown, this absolutely gives us joy. Pasha Man says, congrats, man. What's up, guys? TC, my boy, and the production team says, love the OG Rams gear. Showtime Nick, as a Giants fan, I couldn't agree more. Kyle Dominic U says, will you go live later after Golden State Clippers? No. All attention is on the Rams this week. That means no Clippers until after the parade. So, and plus we're playing like a G League team tonight. Norman's out, and he may, by the way, that's a disaster. Like, I'm so sad about that. It's just Clipper luck, but hey, this season's a wash anyway, right? Just got to compete. No Kennard tonight, no Norman. It is what it is. Collins Dang says Chargers have 9 fans. Raiders will win the Super Bowl next year in Vegas. Book it. I thought it was in Arizona next year. Maybe I'm wrong. Kyle Dominic U says, is there a difference between a Clipper fan and a Buffalo fan? What? The Braves? What are you talking about, man? Showtime Nick says the Bengals just get an offensive line and also do something that should be so easy. Replace Eli Apple. The Bengals have dynasty potential. Mike switches to Jamar Chase is a rookie, too. Rams should have challenged that touchdown at the beginning of the second half. Facts. Showtime Nick says, I do have Giants content on my channel if you want to check it out, and I will roast Eli Apple later today. I only didn't do it yet because I had technical difficulties uploading the video I did upload today. Eminem at the halftime showing the Lions' former QB becoming a Super Bowl champ. The closest the Lions can get to the Super Bowl. Huh. Hold on, I'm going to post on Twitter. Retweet this shit. If y'all on Twitter, retweet this. People hop in. Let's see. Jordan Francis says, good win, Diamond. Congrats on your Rams for the championship. Thanks, man. By the way, subscribe to Showtime Nick, guys. He's almost at 1K. Toss him a subscription. Works hard. Showtime Nick said, look at the tape. Sounds like Joe Judge. He literally said that at least 5 times per post-game press conference. But I've always loved about McVay, he's willing to take blame rather than point the finger at others. Something Giants coaches in recent memory have had a huge problem with. Fair, man. I love McVay, man. He's the man. Bradley says, let's go Rams. Yes, sir. Collins Dang says, Burrow needs an O-line, but we'll be back calling it. He has so much potential. Yeah, he's fantastic, man. Oh, man. Master of Cheese. Couldn't script it better because it was. Cry me a river, buddy. We the champs. What are you talking about, man? Showtime Nick said, the joint parade idea is stupid as hell. Most of the Lakers from 2020 aren't even on the team anymore. That's what I said to my friend, but they said, you can call him back. Showtime Nick says, I wouldn't put an asterisk on the Lakers or Dodgers championships. I'm not a Dodgers fan. They don't hold as much weight as championships in normal circumstances, though. I'll agree with that. That's why I say that then. That's why I say that. Showtime. Head to Chargers next. June 28th, July says Clippers 2023 champs. I wish. Daniel Mean, my boy, my man, said champs. Let's go. We're the fucking champs, man. We are. Acknowledge me, Dime. Christopher. Yo, Epine, you got to realize that I fucking do the podcast version first. Collins Dang says Rams have a lot of expiring contracts. Hopefully they figure something out in free agency. Hey, I'm not worried about it, man. Right now with the champions, we're going to enjoy it. We're definitely going to enjoy it. Showtime Nick says, when I saw Crenshaw Boulevard while in Inglewood, I'm like, okay, I'm in the hood right now. Daniel Clifford says, as an Australian, I don't watch the NFL at all, but I watched the Super Bowl yesterday in support of the Rams. I know the basic rules, but not all of them, but it was an awesome game to watch. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate the love, man, as always. Collins Dang said, when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, the city of Philly was basically on fire. That's my point. Cincinnati would have been on fire yesterday. Showtime Nick says, too many Cowboys fans out there. Yeah, a lot of Cowboys fans. By the way, check out my video of the Super Bowl experience, guys. It was the actual experience of the Super Bowl, and it was dope. It was dope. A lot of different fans. Yeah. Collins thanks a lot of Niners fans too. Yeah, there were a lot of Niners fans. Showtime Nick says, I'm not from Cali, but I feel you about kids. This generation becoming Rams fans from becoming a Lakers fan through watching Kobe. I do have relatives in Riverside. Bradley says City of Champions. June 28th, July says, like to see Chargers next. Rams repeat would be stellar, though. Facts. Corey Mars said, only celebrating you finna be doing, Dime. Why are you such a hater, bro? Even from Los Angeles, it's feeling like it's the people that aren't from LA that talk the most about this whole Clippers Lakers bullshit. Maverick Hunter 8 says, greatest show on turf returns. Terminator 92, shout out to my man Terminator 92, said, I know so many of my family members are happy seeing the Rams win. Facts. Ja'Cory Marshall said, I'm not Clippers fan, but I don't like PG and Kawhi not being at the game, but always seen together. What are you talking about, man? Kawhi's at games. Yeah, I feel bad for Jared Goff. Terminator says, was punching the air right now. Jared Goff. Just Guy on YouTube says, do you think Aaron Donald is going to retire after the win? Absolutely not. I don't think he's going to retire. But he did not give a straight answer yesterday, which was kind of weird. KB Magic said, Dime, Rams did it. Happy for Stafford, hometown kid. Yeah, I'm happy for Staff as well. Man, where's this fool from? Tampa, Florida. What hometown kid? He grew up here? No, you went to the University of Georgia. What the hell? What hometown kid? Anyway. All right, y'all. I'm about to peace out. Go Rams. We did it. We're the champions. And I'm that. Oh man, that vlog is gonna be reckless. All right, guys. Peace.